everybody, welcome to Beauty by Teresa. I am Teresa, so thank you for joining me. I am a Saint artist. I love my cream makeups. These have been a game changer. Don't mind my eye. I do have an anti-aging channel, so this is from some Botox that I did underneath my eyes. So that's all that is. So today I'm going to be discussing some products that I picked up yesterday, and these are not Saint products. So these are Fenty products. So I picked up the Invisimatte. So this is an instant setting powder, blotting powder, because I'm a dry skin type, but my skin produces a lot of oil trying to compensate for the dryness. So I do get oily throughout the day. So I picked this up yesterday at Ulta. So it comes with this little applicator in it, and then this is the powder. So this is universal. This is for all skin types. Apparently Rihanna has worked very, very hard at making this something that works for everybody. So I'm gonna go ahead and try that out to make sure it doesn't impact my makeup at all. The second product is this is the Bright Fix Eye Brightener. So it's like an illuminator. And yes, I do have Saint products. I do have the Demi products to help cover, but I don't like putting the creams underneath my eyes. I won't put the creams underneath my eyes. I will do the Demi when needed. So I picked this up in the color Melon. They did not have butter. So this comes in 16 shades, and the shades are adaptable for everybody. So you're probably like a good 3 shade range that you can use, and it should adapt to your skin. So I'm gonna be using the color Melon today just because I couldn't get the butter. Felt like the butter would be closer to my skin tone, but this is a more peach pink, so that should help cover any blueness underneath my eyes. When you think about color theory, you need to think about the color wheel. So opposite of orange on the color wheel is blue. So in order to cover the blue, you're gonna need a salmon color, orange color, pink color corrector to correct any blue. If you have green underneath your eyes, you're gonna need red. If you have violet underneath your eyes, you're gonna need yellow. And then there's variation. I'm going to go ahead and apply my foundation very quickly. Like I said, this is Saint, and I will talk about the colors as I go. And this is how I like to do my application here in the summertime. First, I'm gonna moisturize my under eyes with vitamin K cream, just because I do have the bruising underneath my eyes. And then I'm going to use another moisturizer right before we get into using that Fenty, because the Fenty Bright Fix, you do need to make sure you are moisturizing and using an eye cream. Even though it is a hydrating formula, the eyes are so thin skinned and it cannot handle a lot of product. So this was vitamin K from Dr. Plus Petite cream. You can get this on Amazon. And then I'm gonna be using the Tula. This is the Glow and Get It to help moisturize just a little bit more. I have a palette of Saint creams. So this is my highlight. So highlight is foundation. So I have this lighter shade, which sometimes I will use to brighten. And then this is my main foundation shade, Sandy. This is the Suede lip liner actually, but I'm gonna show you how I bronzer, which is my new favorite technique. And then this is Indigo contour. And then on this side of my palette, I have Bella bronzer. I actually love to go in with the Bella bronzer first, and then this is the blush and bronzer brush here. So I just tap into my Bella bronzer, and then I'm gonna bronze my face first. And it's gonna add color and depth, like a lit from within glow. And then this way, I'm not going to need to use as much of my foundation color, AKA highlight color. So a little bit goes a long way, just getting that all buffed into my skin. So just getting some nice color everywhere. So this is the detail brush, and yes, I do need to clean it, so I'm gonna wipe it up a little bit. So I'm actually gonna do my highlight first. So this is the blush side. I like to use the blush side versus the 3D brush because I'm going for a lighter application, so the brushes do matter. So dipping into my Sandy highlight, and then I'm just gonna buff this where I don't put my contour. So I'm just barely tapping into my palette here. So the Bella bronzer really warmed up my skin very nicely. So I just need a tiny amount of this product. And I'm not gonna put it underneath my eyes. This is about as far as I'm gonna go. Sorry. I'm gonna go back in with that detail brush. Now I'm gonna dip into my Indigo contour and then the Suede lip liner, and this is called Bronzing. So the Suede lip liner helps it to move around a little bit better because the contour is stiffer, because we don't want it to disappear, like fade and disappear. So you get into the hairline. And so what we're trying to do is anything in this triangle right here, your diamond, I should say, diamond, you're gonna want to highlight, bring forward. Everything outside of that, you're gonna want to recede. So dark recedes and light brings forward. Now, if you're using cream makeup, well, actually any makeup, I do recommend exfoliating very gently twice a week. One of them is shaving. I shave my face once a week. Well, not my forehead. I don't shave that very often. And then the other one is a manual exfoliation, something very gentle, like the Theraderm enzyme mask. And it's, you can get that on Amazon, and it's just a very beautiful, nice product. Don't worry about this line. We're gonna get that fixed. Okay, now I'm going into my cheeks here. Now I'm just tapping on. And just depending on your face shape is how you're gonna contour. If you have a wider face, you're gonna wanna bring your contour more this way. If you have a skinnier face like I do, you're gonna wanna bring it this way, kind of underneath the cheekbones. I'm not gonna over blend this right now because that will blend out all of my color. Okay, so now I'm gonna blend it out just a little bit. Now is where the dampened perfector sponge comes in, and this is gonna melt the two together, pick up any excess color, and just make it, give it like an airbrushed finish. From here, we're gonna go into the Fenty. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab that Tula, and we're gonna swipe on a little bit, not too much. And I'm gonna pat in. So it's gonna add a little bit more luminosity. And by the way, this is the first time I'm using this product, so this is real time. Okay. So you just need a little tiny bit on the back of your hand. And so you see how it's kind of like a melon color, and I wish I could have picked up some other colors to really give you an idea of the shade range. So I'm picking it up and tapping it on the back of my hand. And now I'm gonna do just a teeny tiny bit. You don't wanna do where you're gonna get a lot of creasing. You're gonna wanna do everywhere outside of that. Getting up here in the corner. So far that is a really good color corrector. Like any of this violet that I see, my under eyes, it's helping to conceal. And I'm just putting the smallest amount. I don't want a lot underneath my eyes because I do have crepey under eyes, and that is why I have a bruise from Botox, because Botox is a skin booster as well as a neuromodulator. So I do feel like that gave me some nice brightness underneath my eyes. Okay, we're gonna do a wear test to see how this does the rest of the day. But I do really like this formula. It does help to warm it up with your finger. A lot of people complain that it's not for mature skinned ladies. I disagree because so far I really, really like it. So I'm gonna finish up the rest of my makeups. Okay, Invisimatte today to see what it looks like. So I'm just gonna use, I might just use my Saint powder brush. My lips are not done, and normally they're not this big either. So there's some lip filler in there. Okay, so far it's not messing with the color too bad, because once you put a powder on, it does mute the colors, so we can always fix that. Normally I don't do that either, so. All right, we're gonna see how this sets up today. I'm not gonna do any more powder over the top of it, but I am gonna do my blush. So this is the Saint Ibiza. It is limited edition. Like right now it is August 2022. They still had it because I have 2 coming in the mail today because this is my favorite color. And I wish it was not a limited edition color because it's so beautiful. It's like the perfect nude pink. Oh, and then on the lips, this is the only lip and cheek that I like on my lips. It feels good. It has staying powder. It's not too matte. It's not this weird texture. It's just gorgeous. And here's the look. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Could do a little bit of illuminator. So now that that has had time to sit on underneath my eyes, here's my initial thoughts. So far, because I kept it away from these lines, it's not super crepey. You can set it with powder, but if you're an older gal with crepey under eyes, you're gonna want to set with a setting spray instead, and I just tapped it on my fingers. So this is a self-setting product, but I don't think a little help would hurt, and it's not even moving, just tapping it over it. So I think it did a great job color correcting that bruise. Overall, I love this. So we're gonna see how this Invisimatte powder and then the Bright Fix worked today overall. But so, I mean, I think it's just a beautiful look. If you want to get color match, I have dropped the color match link down below in the description box, as well as all of the products. So it's 4 hours after applying the Bright Fix underneath my eyes and no creasing, and it's covered up this bruise pretty dang well, so I'm impressed. I have had to matte my face one time with the matte powder, so overall not so bad. It doesn't really impact my makeup like normal translucent powders do, so far I'm happy with that, but I will be back to check in at the 8-hour point. All right, so it's been 10 hours now, and I did do this twice, and now I'm just gonna take an oil water, but I mean, it did get pretty oily still, but it actually made my makeup last a lot better than it normally does. So, I mean, overall, I'm impressed. I will be using this. Like this, if I use this, it takes my makeup off. So you see how that took all of my bronzer off, where this doesn't take it off at all. So I really appreciate this. I do like it. I will link everything for you down below. As far as the Bright Fix, there's no creping underneath my eyes at all. There's like very minimal right here, right in the crease, which is understandable, like any creases, but it held up so well today. So I'm really, really impressed with this. And I'm sad that people said that it doesn't work for mature skin ladies, because it really does. You just have to apply a teeny tiny amount. It's so pigmented, and you can use this to color correct anywhere, really. So, all right, guys, until the next video, thank you for watching.